Welcome.
Welcome.
Uh, Welcome back to Weird Games. Thank you for joining us again. Papa Weird,
Idling.
representing all the weird. All right.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
Buff
yeah.
and
Lady Darkness. That will never get old, right? I wonder if we'll do that.
you know,
That will never get old. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, you wanted to mention some stuff? All right. We did do some generation of magical items. Well, I did. Off screen when I had time. Let me have a look.
in the spider
Do,
room.
yeah. Do we want to actually go through them?
Oh, why not?
All right. Okay. You can keep this one here. All right. Mind our friends. Just bring it across. Okay. Here we are. You read that to me as I go find them. All right. Talk nice and loud to the cameras.
Yep.
What do we got first?
We have the Axe of Ancients. Yeah.
Oh, Act of the Ancients.
Yeah.
+1 weapon that is magical, obviously. Let me see. Oh, you can cast thaumaturgy with it when you draw it. So you can have like a booming sound, or it could ripple with flames and stuff. So it looks super imposing and scary, right?
Yeah.
Does that sound cool or not, though? I don't know.
It's
It's a
kind
+1
of
magical weapon. It's on the bounds of being cool, right? What do we got next?
we have Serpent Scales.
Let's have a look. This is an armor that +1 to AC. Scale mail, obviously, named after the scales. And resistance to poison damage. Sure, that's cool, right?
Wow.
And oh yeah, you can cast polymorph on yourself and turn into a giant snake, which is cool, right?
We have two polymorph items now.
Yeah, sure, that's right. There was the wolf one, right? And now this one they can turn into a, yeah, sure.
A snaky snake.
Yeah, yeah, give it to the druid maybe. That way they can have different options and stuff.
Give it to the
Oh, they
barbarian.
can't wear it, of course. It's scale mail. Sure, give it to the barbarian and let them rage as a poisonous snake. Alright, what's next?
There's the Bone Breaker Mace.
Bone
Breaker.
breaker, one word. Alright, another +1 magical weapon. Alright, what does it do? Oh, this is the +3 against undead. This is the undead killing thing, right? You hit this with the hit the undead and treat that undead as if it's vulnerable to bludgeoning. They're already vulnerable to bludgeoning. Then you deal extra damage. So
1d6 radiant damage to be exact.
yeah, lovely, lovely. What next? Where are we at?
The Commander's Plate.
Oh, I should have actually written in Commander because otherwise, here we go. Everything with the word common in it is coming up. Not everything with the word common. Yeah, finally. All right.
Oh yeah, this was the really overpowered one.
Um, you're the one who wanted to roll up magical plate mail. All right, if I remember. Oh, this is the one that they can hear you within 300 feet, right? Um, yeah, and they can do stuff like rally frighten people. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they can hear you anywhere if you're in 300 feet of them.
That's right. And if they can hit the target
Is getting frightened.
yeah, they can be rallied, and on that round they get a bonus to their is it attacks? Attack and damage rolls. Sure. That's not too bad. I like that. All right, what's next?
And then there's the Dragon Tooth's Blade.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, this is the one that +1, isn't it? Yeah, +1 greatsword. Or is it just a? Oh, it's just a magical greatsword, so not even a +1, right? Let me see. You have resistance to the type of the dragon that the tooth came from, and also, um, when you hit, they take a d6 of damage of that type from the weapon. Sure, that's not bad. Maybe maybe if it was a +1 weapon, it would probably be too OP, right?
Yeah.
So just making it magical with a d6 is their way of balancing that. So fair enough. Very good. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Let's move on.
But the Bone Breaker Mace is kind of really overpowered as well.
Yeah, that
If you're
makes
fighting
sure.
zombies.
Yeah, we haven't put any undead in yet, right? So I know there's going to be some later, but I mean that's the problem for another day. Hopefully they keep this around and they don't think, oh, this is just whatever, right? We don't fight
Hopefully,
any
like,
undead. Like, what's the point of it?
Yeah, but then like they hop into like a room with like nothing in it, and then hands start appearing out of the ground.
Sure, undead hands from the ground. That happens in all the horror movies. I can guarantee it. All right. Now we had to do. Have we done our change log? Where were we at? These two rooms, right? The owlbear nest. I tried to draw in.
This one.
Oh yeah, and the other that we did the entire den. That's right. So that's where I turned into the square. It looks like a square. Got some natural formed stairs at one end, right? Okay, from people having sort of, climbed up there over time. It's worn down. This is a traveled area. Okay. Sure. And then this is where if we got the crack through to the other area. All right. So if they want to, we can branch into the hags area without having to go through the meeting place. But it's a crack in the wall, right? And a tiny tunnel. So, well, no, maybe not small tunnel for small creatures. So medium size can get down on their hands and knees and get through them. But anyone like large or whatever won't be able to, right? It's gonna be too small for that. Bad luck. All right. Let me see.
What if they decided to ride the owl?
Well, that's the thing. I was looking up. I've done some owlbear research here at the Weird Foundation, right? They they have been known to become really close pets and stuff. They can be ridden. They make great companions for rangers and druids and stuff that aren't like whatever, because they can be they're intelligent, very intelligent. They know when people are in their lairs. So if you wake these things up, they're going to be quite a formidable challenge, because they will contribute with each other and they will fall back. They won't just sort of die mindlessly. And they will try and set traps and overwhelm individuals and stuff, right? So, I mean, then that's a big enough threat. 5 of those in there is a big enough threat, all right? Oh, and the end room, right? Where we have a pile of stuff that the alpha bear sleeps on, right? So, very good. Today, where are we up to?
We have to roll a new encounter for this week.
Okay. Now, I was thinking that what we need to do first, this is the map. I've drawn this in. Hopefully that's a bit clearer. I'll try and work on filling in some other types of designs other than this. I want to work on some designs. Maybe when we have water and stuff, I want to try out some different things. Who knows where I'll go. I don't think I'll ever be an artiste, but, right? If I can make this look somewhat appealing, could be cool. So, we want to work on this branch 2 today. Let's get into it, right? Now, we got to decide...
branch 1, 2...
Yeah, that's right. I think since last time we were here, I redesigned this, right? Because I've moved some of the room... Like, not the rooms around, but these lines of where they intersect to make the rooms match up more evenly. And yeah, we ended up with 3 branches. 1, 2, 3 branches. And we have 3 hag areas. And we have a central 6-way meeting room. All right.
That's a lot of ways.
6 ways, yeah, sure. And this meeting room here, this is what I wanted to do. We can do this later, or we can do it. We can do it later. All right. This is one we'll come to. Let me see. Do you want to do it today, or you want to do it later? Just means I clear off this thing. This is just going to be where the hags will come to meet. All right. They're going to have their ceremonies here, and they're worshipping whatever is this central room's focus. All right. So What we're going to do here is have either like a blood fountain, an altar, a statue of some god, a sacrificial
Like
slab. Right? Yeah, sure. Like could be Loth or any of the other ones from the abyssals or whatever. Right? Any of the demons or because hags actually, I think hags deal with devils or mostly, right?
Do
Yeah, more than demons, because devils are actually lawful, and they sell souls to the devil. They capture souls from people. You know, this is what hags do. Sure, they farm them out from different means, and they take souls and sell them to devils and stuff as like currencies and things, right? And liches and things like to have
Yeah.
souls of people and stuff as well, right? And necromancers and that, right? So I don't even know where I was going with that discussion. Oh, a sacrificial slab to take souls. Sure. Some evil, corrupted tree spirit that they all gather around. I don't know. Or a big, large cauldron. You know, that they mix out of, that they all mix out of.
D6 out?
Do you want to? We'll do that one now. We'll sort of write that down. That way I can get rid of this piece of paper off of here anyway. Give us something to do very quick. While you do that, I'm gonna have a sip of
6.
It had to be the large cauldron. All right.
Because they're witches. Water.
Water and juice. All right, so I got a large cauldron there.
Oh yeah, you were having juice today, not what is it?
Not
chai
tea.
latte.
Yeah, not tea
Or
today.
tea.
Okay, so there's a large cauldron here of that. And the idea about that room is when the hags meet, they're the Cavern. This is where you amplify their scores. When they're within 30 feet of each other, they do extra bonus stuff and they share the magic eye around, right? Otherwise, they're the lower difficulties. Which is why I said that if they're lower difficulties, you got a green hag or something like CR2. So a decked out party of 4 or 5 adventurers with magical items now is probably going to roll that hag, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. We might have that one as a night hag. I have been thinking about this. Okay, we don't want them to be slaughtered too hard. And if we like the aesthetic, what we could do is just keep one of the hags and just up their stats, right? Give them more hit points and
Yeah.
stuff like that, better stats and things, right? We can play with them.
So is this we're gonna do this one last or
This one here, they're gonna have share. See, they share spells. They also gonna share their legendary resistances. We're gonna incorporate legendary resistances into this one.
the
Which
legendary actions yet or
Probably not legendary actions or lair actions yet. We're just working in different mechanics to increase the difficulty, right? So that's for later. At least we know we have a large cauldron that they meet around. If they meet around it, then they're a lot stronger, and it's really advised that the group backs off down here or tries to find another way. There's going to be different ways to get in behind to each of the hags to address it or take it out, right? So I think we have I think we're working okay so far. What we need to do though today
roll for
is this. Okay, what I also wanted to do, background, getting involved, this one here. The merchant on this level is going to be a Hadozi hermit who is strong enough essentially to keep their own. All right. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is they're probably going to be.
There's gonna be some more glow shrooms.
They're going to be. Well, I don't think so. The grow shrooms I'm putting down here. Look, return of the shrooms. All right. I've already put in the shrooms. All right. I've got some other environmental stuff that we've put in here that are going to come in. So we're sort of building this out later.
Like jellies.
Yeah, jellies and stuff, and this stuff here called where is it?
The Hadozi slaves.
Oh yeah, more slaves. So at one point there will be more Hadozis that come along, but these ones are actually enslaved still and made to fight for the last hag. They're being used by her as a workforce, etc. So these ones you probably going to have to fight with initially, but hopefully could free and end up on good terms with. Sure. So this one's like a CR5, and this one here I'm saying is a druid, right? A druid who managed to find themselves a place down here, right at the back of the corner, okay, either in room 1 or 2, okay, and they're the merchant. They have some accumulation of gold. They also have the ability to have some other items and stuff here, sort of like I'm thinking potions and components for spells and things like this, right? So this guy, we need to put him in one of these rooms, and we need to address where this path is going into here, all right? So we've got multiple things to do. We should probably throw that paper away first, all right? We have to decide what pets we're giving him. As a druid, he's not a ranger or whatever, right? This guy's does have some abilities, whether it's been talk through animals or something like that,
How
charm
many
animal.
pets do you think you would have?
Well,
Like
this is
10 pets?
no, a D6 pets of some variety. All right,
Minimum.
minimum 2, sure. 5. All right, got 5 pets. All right. Now we need to decide what these pets are. Okay. Now, do we want to go into the monster manual and go through the mundane animals and sort of pick something out? Or how do you, what would you think would be most appropriate here? You have Monkey Man, all right, Mr. Druid, Primate essentially, right? What do they hang around with? I don't know.
A baby gelatinous cube on a leash.
No, they don't have baby gelatinous cubes on a leash. Oh my gosh. How does the leash stay on the gelatinous cube? That does my head in right there when I try and think about it. It would only be there because the gelatinous cube is behaving.
They just
right?
make the leash whatever the floor is made out of. Because you don't see the gelatinous cubes just eating the floor.
Well, in some ways that is kind of apt and true. Is that on the choice of the gelatinous cube, though? That it doesn't want to eat those things?
Isn't it just like...
Because it could. It certainly could, right?
So it doesn't just like fall into the depths. Nothingness.
So I was thinking like dogs of some variety, possibly. What you want the Hadozi to keep baboons?
Oh, baboon.
But no, there's gonna be 5. How many? Did we say 5? 5 pets.
One baboon.
How big? Look, they're challenge 0, so 5 of those. That's not too bad. I mean,
one baboon.
No, 5. What you want? 1 baboon.
And like.
Oh wow! So we're just adding in pets. All right. So there's a baboon. All right.
One
Okay.
black bear.
No. We don't. No, we don't need a black bear, do we? They're too big. They take up too much room. Look, these rooms are only 2s. They got to be
Okay.
pets inside here, with big enough for him to have a little hut and probably some room to lead off somewhere else. All right. Let's see. So we got a baboon. We could give him a bat.
A badger.
All right.
Give him a badger.
Collected a baboon and a bat. All right.
Okay, that's enough bees.
All right. Sure. It's enough bees. A cat. A bat and a cat. All right. What about a snake? Death dog.
Father, you
What?
pointed to the constructor snake.
Yeah,
the
constrictor
large
one.
bees.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't want large ones. That's right. Good point.
We want an eagle.
We want an eagle.
Give him an eagle.
What's an eagle?
Actually, never mind. A flying snake.
We don't want a flying snake. That sounds crazy.
Give him a flying snake.
All right.
Let the baboon ride the flying snake.
It's only tiny. Can't ride it. You asked for it. Can't ride it. 1 flying snake. All right, sure. What else we got? All right, let's go.
Okay.
Could have a frog. I don't know how he's come to collect this menagerie of. These are all giant things, you know, right? They're way too big for here. Giant octopus. Right? Here we go. Hawks. No,
Yeah.
We already got a bird. Didn't we get a bird? We got a flying thing. We got 2 flying things. Can we stop giving him flying things?
Fine.
All right.
A lion.
No, lion too big. Isn't it? A mastiff. A dog, right?
So give him a
'Cause
lizard.
look, mastiff, like 1/5, but like they got a good bite, right?
Fine, a mastiff. Give him a mastiff.
And they got good senses as well. Sure.
Give him a doggy of some sort.
Yeah, I have to be able to pick one too, right? Come on. I want to put things in here. All right. What else does our Hadozi friend have as pets? A pony. No, too big. A raven. We didn't want flying things. We already got a snake. A reef. No, okay. A spider. We could have a spider that sat down beside her. Right?
A swarm of insects.
No, that sounds ratty. And we don't even want a
Give
rat.
him a rat.
No, we don't want a rat. A weasel. Weasels are nice rats.
A ferret.
Right?
Give him a ferret.
I don't think there is stats for a ferret in here. Did you see any?
No.
Well,
ABC.
could you give him a ferret and just stat it out to be like a weasel?
I think
Right.
so.
Are they,
Except
they're the
it's
same thing,
smaller.
right?
Except it's longer.
Yeah, well, did I go back too far again? E, F. No, there's none. Look, there's no ferret. Alright. A weasel. Got a weasel. Called ferret. A weasel. I don't even think that's how you spell it. Called ferret. Alright. Great. So we'll get to this guy later, okay? We got to decide then. This corridor here, which is it going to 1? Is it going to 2? Or is it going to 8?
Let's flip between
All right.
1 or 2.
Let's flip between 8 and 2 as the closest first, alright? 8 and 2.
You can flip.
I can flip.
Yes.
Alright.
Since I didn't let you choose really any of the other
I don't know. It's almost 50-50. Have a look. Heads and tails. Tails. So somehow it's gonna have to wind all the way back in on itself, right? Come in here, okay? Now the question could be, does it split to 2? On heads it will split off to 2, you see?
Okay.
No. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it will. So it's going to split off around here off to 2. Okay, great. Now we have to get our books out and find out
Should
what
we
our
do
other
this
rooms look
room
like.
and this room?
Well, I was thinking that we just do the first 2 rooms, right? What we can do is decide actually.
What our fights gonna be in this area?
Well, do you want to do up an encounter for this area as well?
Yes.
That's in between. So let's say we put this guy is the Hadozi room. Actually, I was thinking this one here because I have idea to what to do at this room. All right, just to come down here. Okay, so that comes off to that room, and this is the Hadozi hut.
hideout.
The Hadozi hut. We already had a hut. This one's just a hut. The Had hut. All right. Okay. Now we'll decide how they get back in on themselves from there. Now you want an encounter. Will this encounter then be in this room? Are we going to condense it, or are we going to put it over these? Because otherwise, then we have to up to there. Okay. It'll be through these rooms here, the first 2 or 3 rooms in this section.
Yes.
Right. So I suppose we roll up the encounter first and see what we get, and then we'll decide where we're going to place it.
The encounter table.
The encounter sheet of a jig. Do you want to do this one? We'll do this one. We'll do this one until we run out of this one.
Yes.
So we're on the level 5.
I can get a
trying
Hydra.
trying not to get a Hydra.
Give me a Hydra. 3.
3 is not a Hydra, but it is Minotaurs.
3 Minotaurs.
Oh
One
my
in each
gosh.
of these rooms.
I don't know about that. This is the thing. How does the Hadozi and the Minotaurs get along? Minotaurs don't like to get along with anyone unless they're half bull. This guy's a druid. He works with the animal side. He's got lots of animal friends. Maybe they're like teamed up together.
3 Minotaurs.
Oh my gosh! All right, there's 3 Minotaurs. Okay.
Yep, 3 Minotaurs.
So perhaps these guys had been escaped and mistreated from the hags or something.
And then
So they all fled. They've all fled together, right? And the Hadozi has sort of pulled them back. Yeah, so this one then is going to be a more nature area. All right, we're going to have a more natural environment. Okay, we're probably going to have some water feature in here somewhere. All right.
Maybe in there or something.
Yeah, sure. Maybe in number 1. I was thinking in one of the more communal areas. Flip on the question of whether all of the 3 Minotaurs are in the one room.
Where did you put the...
Did I put it away? Did I put it there? You can take a flip. Nicely.
What?
Up and down.
What was it?
Whether all the Minotaurs are in the one room or not. You threw it at me anyway. Alright, go again. You need practice at this. Alright?
Yes.
Okay, they're all in the one room.
And that room most likely is 8, because that one's the biggest room.
Okay, sure. So after a big long trek up here, right, and into this place here, we're going to say that there's some more natural stairs into this room, right? We'll do this room. It'll be a bigger room, and this is the Minotaur room, okay? And the Minotaurs have sort of fashioned themselves out of an area, right? It's a little bit less natural looking, so they've put in place some rudimentary sort of
Wall.
yeah, sure. Well, they got tables up and some parts to separate themselves and can block off this area. We'll have to decide whether this room is just a one entry or whether, like a dead end. Maybe flip on that. Is this a dead end or not? All right. I'll give it a go. Is it a dead end room? Yes. Okay.
So that means
Minotaur
this.
dead end.
That means this one would go like this.
Sure. So this room here has to bypass and come all the way out of here, right? Okay. From there. And so this one will also have to meet across here. Okay, because we want them to tie in. Will it tie in at 1 or 2 though? Give us a flip. Is it 1 on a head or 2 on a tails? Alright, 1. So it's coming in up into this side here, alright? So maybe it's going to come out of this passageway. There's another passageway that splits off there, right? Goes up into there, okay? And we will address those next time. So this one then also has to come into the back here, alright? Or else it can't get through. And that means that this one will have to connect over here. So we have a central room. And it also means that, do we want this room here to possibly go all the way past it so that you might not even go to the hut? There's just a really long cavern in here, a natural form cavern.
Yes.
Okay, well, should we flip on it or we're just going to put another line in here? Okay, heads. All
I'm
right.
scared of it.
It's not that scary, all right? There's a passageway on heads. So there's a passageway, all right? So this room here will probably also do the split thing. We're going to have lots of sort of split tunnels that connect in, all right? This one can connect in 2 places, I'm thinking, right? Or multiple places. There. Right, it comes through. I'll draw all of this later. We'll try and make it look like a map. We need room shapes first, which is what we're going to do. We're going to do a Minotaur's room. And it's size 8. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. It's 40, right? 40 from the center of the room out. Okay, we need a shape of the room. Where's the shape of the room? Roll.
Let's get our book out then.
Shape of the room. Where's your D10? Where's our book?
9. That's like a triangle.
That's like a triangle? Oh my god, I really don't like the triangle. It's like a huge triangle. Alright. So, this is the Minotaur room, right? He knows. Okay. This is a large triangle, you say?
Yes.
Alright. Draw a line. We're gonna make
That's pretty good.
it really doesn't want to work with me today. Alright. So let me see. Yes, we have one entryway, right? Right on that side, you say? Not in one of the corners? You want it to come in on the side? Sure. Okay, so
like,
is it a family? Is it a mum, a dad, and a baby Minotaur then? Or is it just 3 individual Minotaurs?
yeah, but if you make it a family, I'm probably gonna roll it again and then like just get 1 Minotaur and then say like was their like brother, their like son.
Oh, you're saying there's a Minotaur family going on? Maybe, sure. Why not? It makes more sort of sense. All right. So you could probably
tiefling them again.
You can have one sleeping and living area off in one corner. You can have another sleeping living area off in the other corner there. Make it the shorter one because it's a smaller area, right, for the kid. That way you can actually have an area over here that is for cooking, right? Cooking, and then you could say there's a natural vent there. You could say that you also then have tables and benches along this side here, right? So you got tables. Benches.
Want a tiefling these minotaurs?
You are not, well, maybe. As long as that's a good thing. As long as tiefling means build the family, not make them all crazy and lock them in a prison somewhere.
No, I'm just
Alright.
gonna make like the family extremely split up.
Okay, so and then on this side, so they've got like you know, some goods and effects, like a chest, right? They probably got a chest with some treasure or something. Is there treasure?
Gonna make us roll on the treasure table.
I'm thinking, no, yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna put a lower amount of
no,
treasure.
there
in
isn't
there.
any treasure.
I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the well, I mean, they're gonna have their personal effects then, all right? It's a chest with their belongings in it. That's their personal treasure, okay? Belongings. All right. So then we have a baby sleeping area, all right? So this is the
Sleepy baby area.
okay. Bedding. Okay, bedding for 1. Oh, you know, I have to write minotaurs 3 times minotaur.
1 baby and 2 adult minotaurs.
Bedding. Bedding for 1, and over here we have the bedding for 2. Very good. Now, what else are we going to include here? We're gonna have to give them some belongings, right? You want to give them some gold, not a lot. It doesn't have to be the thousands and hundreds and millions that we gave them last time, right? We can roll on something closer to
1d20.
I was thinking give them, actually, sure, what we'll do is we'll actually give them more than that. Give them about 4d20 worth of gold, and we will just roll it to gold. All right. The minotaurs obviously didn't find any interest in coppers or silvers, and that makes me happy because we can just say that they only have gold. All right.
11 plus
9.
6.
11 plus 9. 11 plus 9. Is that a 3?
20 gold.
20 gold. That's finished. 3 minotaurs with 20 gold, and minotaurs like to have axes, so we're gonna give we're gonna give them at least 1.
What's their CR?
Axe. What is their CR? What do they come with? Yeah, very good. What do minotaurs come with? Stop. Let's have a look. Where's that book again? This one?
The Monster Man. Just a friendly reminder. Father, do not sit on your seat without removing everything from it first.
Yes, Papa. Yes, young weirdling. I shall endeavor to sit on my chair. Oh, you mean sit on the other chair so I don't sit on everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got too much stuff all around. Now, what are we doing? Got to be on track, all right? Stop dawdling.
Minotaur.
Minotaurs, that's a G. There's no minotaurs in G.
Minotaur.
Move. Minotaur skeleton? No, minotaurs. 223. All right. Gone too far. Here we are. Look. Great axe. They come with a great axe. I told you. All right. So there's 1 great axe there. All right.
3.
No.
They come with great axes.
It's 1 for daddy. Okay, 2, and 1 for mummy. And baby minotaur doesn't have.
Gets a shoe.
Gets what? What? Can pick up some knife. Sure, could pick up a knife, but it doesn't want to have one. Maybe it's got a hand axe. You know, baby's first axe, right?
Yes.
Sure, 1 hand axe. Okay.
Instead of great axe as their action, it's hand axe.
Sure. What else does it say?
What's
Look,
the CR?
the CR of those is 3. Okay, so that's a moderately interesting encounter if they want to wipe out a family of minotaurs, right?
I feel like minotaurs should have a.
What is their speed? 40 feet. 40 feet's very good. They're not centaurs. They don't have horse movement speed. 40 is already better than most of your other, like medium to large sort of stuff that has 30, 35 feet,
Do they
right?
have like a rush action or?
They do. They have a charge action. Oh, but this is only if they're moving. It doesn't advance their movement. It just makes them feel as if they've moved quicker. Because as long as they're moving somewhere, when they hit it, they get the charge, right? Over 10 feet? Yeah, 10 feet straight towards it. And then they get to add extra damage for piercing damage. Alright? Alright. I think that's plenty. It says that they worship Horn King and they have other gods that they worship, but I think we'll have them nature loving hippie ones, right?
Hippie men and
Right.
Mars.
Okay, these are nature environmentalist ones, so that's why they want to live in peace with the Hadozi, and that gives us reason to make them not want to kill him and just track him down. All right. Okay, so they live in peace. Let me see. I'm gonna write this over here. Live in peace with Hadozi hermit. Sure. All right. Okay. We've given them some gold. We have given them some items and such. We can the belongings and stuff and cooking materials, that's all sundry. Table they can have there and some benches with clothes and things on it. Sure, they're just trying to have a peaceful little meek out their existence. I'm not sure what they're cooking. Maybe they're cooking mushrooms. We haven't put stuff in there yet. Alright.
Maybe just some, like, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't know? You do know. You can have
Some
something?
like fish or something.
Fish.
'Cause
Oh, they got a
that's-
place we're gonna have some water. Alright, well
Yeah.
let's do that next then. Let's have this next room. Alright.
So that next room's gonna be number 2.
Yeah, this next room here. Okay. Oh, so this here
So number
is
2's gonna have a
from
water feature.
here to here and here and here is 40 feet, or to here is 40 feet. So if you're doing it to the shortest point is 40 feet, it makes it quite large out to here, which I don't mind. We're gonna make this a big room, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
like a whole entire minotaur.
All right, sure, for a whole entire Minotaur family. Okay. So this next one will be
Minus maybe
here.
1, because I'm gonna teach them.
Don't do that. All right. Number 2 here, we're going to have this room that just separates off. We're gonna have water. Maybe we have a natural waterway in here. All
You
right.
said you were gonna do something like
Yes.
with different textures about water.
Later.
Here you go.
No, later. Don't make me do that now. Oh, I might do that now. Let's see. So we need the shape of the room first. Where's your room shaper? Your D10. All right.
Square.
Try to into here. All right.
It's a square.
Reroll. I wasn't ready. No, like I said, we're re-rolling into here.
It's a square.
Oh my God! Stop rolling squares. Whatever.
Want me to roll it
No,
again?
no. Whatever. You're rather
It's a
determined.
circle. Man.
You're rather determined on having some kind of square-like room. Where's that ruler that you had before? I had before.
I don't know.
I got it. It wandered
You
off.
got it.
I got it.
It ran away.
Right.
Grew 6 legs and ran away.
Animate object. Okay. All right.
Mage hand.
Sure. But that means that there's someone working behind it. Well, same with animate object, I suppose. All right. So what we got here is the watering hole. I've lost Darth Vader again. It's because
Run away.
I have to do an operation. Look, he's getting split. If we keep going, he's going to end up split in half in the very inappropriate place, right? So I feel for him.
Oh no, he's gonna get.
Maybe he's going to get incinerated. Maybe we'll have to, like... We'll
Yeah,
actually
like,
have to put him in a...
burn him back together.
Yeah. Well, I was going to super glue it. Back together. Anyway, that's not now.
Cauterize the wound.
All right. So we have a smallish, square-like room with 2 passageways coming out of either side. All right. And in one corner is a watering hole. Water. Does that look like
How
water?
deep would you say this water is? Water. 100 deep?
Yeah, you mean does it actually go off somewhere and have a depth, or whether it's sort of
how
whatever?
deep is it?
I mean, it's not like that. You wouldn't say hundreds of feet deep. I mean, you could say it drops off pretty suddenly, and has like a well effect to it, right? So natural well.
Like
Um,
it goes down like 50 feet.
sure.
Doesn't
I
really
mean,
go anywhere.
well, we could okay, we could roll that. Roll a D100 then. Roll the two dice for a D100. Bring over Lady Darkness over here before you knock her off. All right, Lady
Okay.
Darkness. You can stand over here. This is the watering well, the watering place. Watering hole? Watering hole. Alright, I can deal with that. Watering hole. Okay.
76 foot deep.
76 feet deep down. Is there anything at the bottom? Flip a coin on that one. Where's my coin? Alright.
Like the druid's gonna have to like turn into like
Ah! I threw it away this time.
the druid's gonna have to turn into like a crocodile or something to like go all the way down there.
Yes, there's something at the bottom of this natural well. 76 feet down. There's something at the bottom. Alright?
Let's make it one of those really salty like lakes inside of a lake.
Well, it's all limestone caves, so perhaps maybe there's a salt deposit. Maybe this water's very salty.
No. This one's like normal salt water.
Well, if it's normal salt water, you mean you have to purify it and boil it anyway, or
Yes.
otherwise you're going to go mad.
Yes.
All right, so there's a natural well on a salt deposit. All right, okay. On a salt deposit, which turns this into salt water, okay, which they have to boil. All right, salt water equals boil or go mad. All right.
And there's like a little tiny crevice like about this big that like fish can go.
Oh, so there's fish coming out of here.
Yeah, that's what.
That's the whole point of it. Sure. It's not necessarily the water that they're taking alone because they got somewhere to boil it, sure. But fish live here. That's lovely. That's a beautiful story. Now, to be sort of like, play God with it a little bit, we want to say that it just so happened that there's a nice natural formed benchway that sort of sits
No.
over in one side.
No.
That way there's somewhere for them to sit. It's got a little stool and they can like, oh, look at that wall over there. Let's all just sit at the wall and look over at the little waterway and
Fine.
stuff.
I mean, they can have a place to fish.
Natural
Sit
bench.
down.
All right, they got a benches there. I want to give them a little bit of comfort here, okay?
Shouldn't we say that they also have like a mediocre fishing rod?
Oh, okay, sure. On this side here, right, along this wall, is fishing rods. Sure. Very good. Rod of fishing.
Rod of-
Alright, very good. And this is where the fish come from. See, look what we've done. Now, the thing is what if they come here first? And then they're fishing. And then the Minotaurs are like, you done disturbed our fishing spot. We don't like you disturbing our fishing spot. I don't know why Minotaurs talk like that all of a sudden. But,
Charge the people into the water and let them drown.
alright, very good. Okay.
So I think that's it for today.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we have to add anything into this right here, right now. I think it's been a lot that we've done today with the planning in this whole general area. And we've got encounters, we've got a place to put the Hadozi. We have natural water where they can get food and stuff from if they need to. They can take a break here as long as they don't set off the Minotaurs. Sure, I think this is a great spot to take a break. Alright. You gonna close this out?
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
The comments and stuff.
Comments and stuff below.
No hassle.
No hassles.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.